Diggity splits! Layla connected with diggity.
All right, guys, we got another week of WWE Evolve. Let's tune in more to the red carpet ring. Let's talk about it.
If you come at the king, you best not miss.
Acknowledge us.
Hey, guys. We're here at Red Carpet Ring. We'll talk about WWE Evolve 2025 Week 23 recap. We're going to review of this week's Evolve. You guys get the likes as we come into the ring. We're going to talk about everything that happened on the show, give my final review on the show. Now, on this show here, we did have the main event of Carmen Petrovic versus Tyra May Steele, elimination, championship eliminator match. Whoever wins this match will be close to qualify for the Women's Evolve Championship. Now, backstage, we did see that the Vanity Project had a little dispute, little issue, and this is due to Tay Donovan losing last week to Keanu Carver, and everyone got on him about it. Meanwhile, Donovan, he did mention that he got matches for both Zeta Steel tonight and also for the Swipe Right next week. And they went to Donovan saying, why you let us know? He says, how you guys did me. We can see there's tension already in that group. There's already some tension boiling there with those people there. But we're going to see how that's going to pan out. Now, also, we did see Zeta Steel. She had a one-on-one match against Layla Diggs. They had a one-on-one match. We had Donovan was there by the side of Zeta Steel, accompanying her to the ring. Now, it looked like, maybe Zeta Steel had the match in the bag, but due to not focusing on Zeta not focusing, it was Layla Diggs who ended up getting a victory over Zeta Steel. So she was happy about that. I know she was very happy about not, because Layla Diggs did not get a win in a long time. So I'm glad she was able to get that victory over her. So that was good. Now, we had another match. It was Brooks Jensen versus Tate Donovan. Or Tate Wilder. I'm sorry, Tate Wilder. Anyway, those two had a match. Tate Wilder, I believe, his first or second match on Evolve. Brooks Jensen, I'm not too big on him. I wasn't big on him back in NXT. Since he got demoted, I don't see no difference with him, his character, or anything else. He really got demoted down the card. But other than that, he did get the pinfall victory over Tate Wilder, so that was good with that. And I'm sorry, I meant to say Bryce Donovan, not Tate Donovan, Bryce Donovan for the Vanity Project. But anyway, he got the victory over him, so that was a good plus for him on the show. But other than that, there was nothing else. Zeta still got to bounce back. I know they still list her as the first WWE ID signee, so we got to keep that in mind. That's still a big accomplishment for her in her career. But other than that, though, that was good for her. But we got to see what else happened on this week's episode of Evolve. Now, we did see that Keanu Carver, he was happy about, I know he's happy about getting that victory over Keanu, because that, like Justice Ray said, that's getting closer to the WWE Evolve, Men Evolve's title. But other than that, that's a good thing for him. But like I said, we do Swipe Right, definitely got to get back on board and see what's going on. Now, we had Dante Chen versus Idris Enofe. These two been boiling, having a feud for a while. It's been going on for quite some time. It looked like Idris was going to get the victory over Dante Chen. Dante Chen got the victory clean. I think they're even 1-1 because they had a match before. And Idris won the first bout between those two men. But he got the second one in the bag. So that's good for him. Congratulations to Dante Chen. Also, we did have the main event here. Now, there was Chewy at Martinez. I know he talked to Super Sean Legacy backstage. He had a segment with him talking about how he's trying to get closer and closer to the Men's Evolve title. I have a strong feeling that if he does win the belt or do not win the belt, either way, he's one of the guys from Evolve right now that's headed on his way to NXT. He could be one of the next call-ups for the NXT brand. I can see him going over there. They've been testing him out, so we got to see how that goes. Meanwhile, we have the main event. Now, this is Carmen Petrovic versus Tyra May Steele, and this is going to be for a championship eliminator match. Now, Carmen Petrovic, the reason she's on Evolve stayed last week, she had a match against Kali Armstrong for the WWE Women's Evolve Championship. It got interrupted by Jordan Grace. Tyra May Steele also won a number one contendership match in Triple Threat a couple weeks ago, also the right to face Kali Armstrong. So these two are going to battle it out. It looked like it was a good offense from both women. They did everything they could. I mean, it was not too crazy to talk about, but it was okay match. I ain't gonna say it was the best match, whatever. But other than that, though, it seemed like it was okay. But other than that, it was end up being Carmen Petrovic getting the victory fall over Tyra May Steele. I don't know what they're doing with Tyra May Steele. She's on NXT recently. She's doing a feud with Chelsea Green, and now she's over here. I don't know what they're doing with her. Congratulations to her, Carmen Petrovic. Now, backstage, we had a segment with Jamar Hampton and with Isgail. I guess they're going to be teaming up and become partners. They're working out. Also, Ridge Holland walked up to Tate Wilder after losing his match to Brooks Jensen. And Tate challenged him to a match. Ridge said he already got a match next week, and that's Super Sean Legacy. And that's also what Sean Legacy was talking about with Chuy Martinez. So that's also what's going on. But also, I will say this. Cappuccino Jones, Jack Cartwheel, they were working out in the gym. And they was with two other guys I noticed that I never seen before, Harley Riggins and Jax Priestley. Two new guys. I guess they're going to be part of the Evolve brand. So we saw that. I guess they'll be the next tag team. Two real big, about 6'4", 6'5" guys. But other than that, though, that was pretty much the end of WWE Evolve for this week. There was nothing else going on. Carmen's going to get eventually a title match. I know there's another elimination match next week as well with Kylie Ray. She's going to have a match as well. We'll talk more about that. But other than that, though, we're going to soon get into the key moments that happened on this week's WWE Evolve and what else is going to happen. Now, I'll give my final review of what I thought of the show this particular week. Let's get into that right now. So the key moments are going to be setting up for what's going to happen next week and also in the near future for Evolve, or stuff I think that may or may not happen. But the first thing I want to talk about for key moments on this week's Evolve, which is the obvious in the main event, Carmen Petrovic winning a big match, and she will go on to compete for the WWE Women's Evolve Championship. Now, I don't know if Carmen's going to get moved to Evolve or she just another challenger for Kali Armstrong, but it was a good win for her. Also, we'll talk about the match here, Brooks Jensen and Jordan Oasis. These two still have a feud going on. They were tag team partners last week, and now they're feuding. They're going to have a match next week, and Jordan Oasis asked Stevie Turner. She said yes. Also, for next week, we got to talk about Chantel Monroe versus Kylie Ray, which I explained earlier. We have another Women's Championship Eliminator match. More likely, I see Kylie Ray winning this one. She got the match in the bag, and she'll go on fight for the title as well. Meanwhile, we do have another match, Ridge Holland versus Super Sean Legacy, also mentioned earlier. I can see Ridge Holland maybe getting a victory over Super Sean Legacy. Other than that, though, that's all I had this week for Evolve. But let me go over the review right before we end this show. All right, my review for this show, for this week's Evolve, was a 3.5 out of 5. It was okay show. It was all right. But other than that, though, that's all I have for WWE Evolve 2025 Week 23 recap. You guys let me know what you thought of this week's show. Check out the link below for the next video. Until then, guys, you already know what it is at this point. It's OUT.